All right, let's move on to Cowboys Eagles. No line, no total. We will be doing that. We'll guess how we see things throughout this breakdown. Cowboys 2-5, 0-3 on the road. Eagles 2-4-1, 1-2-1 at home. 51 Fahrenheit, mostly cloudy, 10 miles per hour in Philly on Sunday. Washington's defense dominated the Cowboys. 6 sacks, forced fumble. That became a safety. 25-3 blowout. Dalton was on the run all game long before he got knocked out of the game from a hit from Bostic. McCarthy was rightfully upset that none of the Cowboys came to Dalton's defense. I mean, that's a sign of a team. And I know that Dalton's hasn't been their starting quarterback for long, but it doesn't matter.
It just shows how deflated that team is. They have no identity. They have no backbone. They've come out. They've played bad all year. Their offense was playing good until not just Dak went down, but half of their line is gone. And look, I'm mad at myself for not playing what my logic and my gut said, which was just bet Washington. They have a killer front seven, and they're going to eat up that Dallas front. They couldn't block for Dalton. They couldn't run the ball. I'm angry at myself that I didn't make that play. Dallas is just beat up. They're deflated. They're infighting. No, if this line opens at 10, I'm probably still going to go Eagles here. The Eagles have a great, and I don't care who's at quarterback. That's the only reason this isn't posted, because they don't know if Dalton's going to play or not. But it doesn't matter. If they can't block that Eagles front, which they shouldn't be able to, then the Eagles are just going to smash them. So Dallas is a disaster right now. And it's a combination injuries. It's a combination bad coaching hire. There's just so much infighting on that team. It's ugly. They've obviously, shipping out Griffin, they've conceded that they're not going to do anything this year. If anything, they should trade Aldon Smith while they can. That was a nice little pickup for them, but I don't know. You can't put any stock in Dallas right now. They're awful.
I'd rather see Ben DiNucci in there than Dalton at this point.
I don't think you can blame Dalton for what's happened there.
I agree, but maybe get a little bit of life with this.
Something. You're right. Something. Anything.
So they had an entirely different left side of the offensive line. Brandon Knight and Zach Martin. Brandon Knight with knee injury, Zach Martin concussion out. Then Van Der Esch and Aldon Smith came back, and they need them so badly. Aldon Smith's been so good this year, and then they both have injury scares in the third quarter. The Eagles are on extra rest off 22-21 win at home over the Giants. Wentz, 11-point deficit in the final 7 minutes. Say what you want about Wentz, but he's shown a lot of heart this year. Threw for 359 yards, 2 TDs, ran for a score, was sacked 3 times. He's getting destroyed out there. Sua Opeta became the 10th offensive lineman to start for the Eagles, the 4th to make his first NFL start. And then they're just beat up. Deshaun Jackson is on injured reserve. Lane Johnson has a grade 1 MCL sprain. Defensive tackle Hassan Ridgeway on injured reserve with a biceps injury. Defensive back Craig James, hamstring left in the second quarter. He's questionable. Then you have their safety Kevon Wallace, running back Miles Sanders, wide receiver Austin Jeffrey, offensive tackle Jack Driscoll, defensive tackle Malik Caxton, all questionable. And you have to back them here. I mean, I have no idea usually we can guess what we think the spread's going to open up at. This is a little more difficult. I say if Dalton's healthy, what do you think? Eagles -6?
Oh, I think it's got to be more. I really do. With nothing else with recency bias, Dallas has gotten lit up. Wow. I think it's more. I think it's.
Nick B said it's 7.5 at DraftKings. Let me see if I can find one. Sorry, keep going, Bebsy. Sorry.
I was just going to say it's got to be at least 7.5. It's got to be over a touchdown for sure.
Yeah, it's up. It's there's -7s and there's -7.5s. I didn't realize it was up.
I mean, look, Dallas was bad, and then they started infighting, and there's players calling out the coach already, and I don't. I mean, obviously you can't call out the owner, but that's who they need to call out.
Oh, without a doubt.
This is all on Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones had the world by the balls when he had Jimmy Johnson running things, and his ego got in the way, and he has gotten in the way ever since. The Cowboys, for how much they're America's team and how much publicity they get and how many people love the Cowboys have been a dog shit franchise for over 2 decades. They've been terrible, and it's all Jerry's fault. It all starts at the top. And, they can finger point within the locker room all you want, but until Jerry gets out of his own way, they're not going to play well.
This total was expected to come out at around 43.5. Are we able to make any find any angles without knowing who's starting at quarterback for the Cowboys?
No, because I really don't think it matters. I think the bigger question is if Zach Martin plays. Zach Martin, you could kind of, and I said this before the last week, if he doesn't play, I realize he's only a guard, but he's the last bit of glue that holds that offensive line together. And without him, they were just a pushover. So if Zach Martin is still out, which I haven't heard he was in concussion protocol, so I don't know if he's back this week.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
And if he's not back, it's just going to be more of the same thing. The Eagles have a very good defensive line. Say what you will about the rest of that team, their defensive line is incredibly talented, and they will punish whoever's playing quarterback. It doesn't matter if it's Dalton or DiNucci. Obviously, it's a little better if it's Dalton, but this is trouble.
Well, what do you think of the Eagles' first half?
What do we got?
That's not available, but there are some full games available. But you have to that hook on the 7 is a little uncomforting. If you could get a 7, which you can, supposedly you can at DraftKings, BetMGM, FanDuel. BetMGM is the only one hanging at 7. Sorry, but that first half Eagles feels like a look that I would like to pursue once it's available. Do you want to lock in the lone 7 on the board, Bebsy? You can wait.
Like I should. They're just so bad. The Dallas is so bad. It's hard to not take this.
Yeah. Alvin Smith says we're overthinking this. Just bet Philly, go to sleep, drink more beer.
Yeah, I think we are too. This Dallas team is a mess. And their defense was horrendous before. We know that. And now their offense has joined the dog shit boat that the defense is in. So yeah. You know what? Lock me in. Eagles at -7 here.
Eagles -7. That's at BetMGM. So Bebsy, Eagles -7, -110. BetMGM. It's funny. Last week I had so many bets and I had all this money invested, and this week it's going to take a lot more time for me to add in. I think I've only doubled up on that total, on one total at this point.